Hey everyone, happy new moon in Aquarius. I'm going to be doing a tarot reading for the sign of Aquarius and the new moon, which is all about manifesting new things, new beginnings. Aquarius is very forward thinking, a step ahead of the rest. I find it interesting that just before this new moon in Aquarius, the whole deep seek AI coming out. As open source, I think is a step in the right direction, stepping into this age of Aquarius, because it's bringing collaboration, and that's what we need to do in order to really advance and become this forward-thinking civilization. We really need to come together and collaborate. That's what it's going to take. So I just found that very interesting and cool. So the card associated with Aquarius is the Star. This is from the Thoth Tarot. I'm not going to be using this for this reading, but I have just started kind of working with that deck and learning more about it. It's very interesting. I actually like it a lot, but I feel like that's just a kind of insight to just learn more about whatever you're trying to do. So I'm going to start off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards. Two came out before I started this reading. The first one that came out was support, which is going to be key, I feel like, for this reading, for one of the positions. Basically, this just says to know that you are supported in anything that you do, whatever you're trying to do going forward, that you will always find support and not to be afraid of lacking resources or support. And then the other one that came up was true nature. It came up in reverse. So I feel like this is kind of a key insight into maybe you've been hiding your true nature, and this is just asking you to embrace that and let it out and bring it out more and show it to the world and not be afraid of showing it to the world. So for the first position in this tarot spread I'm going to do, it actually kind of touches on this idea of where we can be more free and unbounded by social norms. I know for me, I like the color light pink. I chose this a long time ago, mainly because it goes against societal norms for a straight male to like the color pink. But I feel like it's kind of just become a part of me and kind of like a part of my personality in a way, if that makes sense. So yeah, I feel like just embracing your truth and being clear with yourself is going to be important for you just expressing yourself openly. And this will allow you to be more free. You might feel tied down, maybe by your own inner dialogue at the moment. I know I've been struggling with that myself with doing these videos. The longer you go without recording, or the longer you go without doing something, anything, the harder it is to get back into it. So just embracing your quirkiness and allowing yourself to be vulnerable and authentic will make things easier for you to accept yourself and make progress forward. So I'm just going to ask for clarification on this. Yeah, again, we got the Knight of Pentacles as clarification for the Ace of Swords, which Ace of Swords is just being really honest with yourself. And I feel like the Knight of Pentacles is clarifying that if you are honest with yourself and accept yourself and allow yourself to be seen, that you're going to make slow, steady progress towards achieving your dreams and stability and living the life that you want to live. I know I find myself saying that quite a bit recently. Even today, I was talking about that. Just wanting to enjoy life. Like I'm finally super grateful for my life in general, where I've become, where I've gotten to, the progress I've made. I've achieved quite a few goals. Yeah, I feel like my life has been all work, no play. So trying to find balance is important for me and probably could be important for you. Yeah. So for the next position, what specific quirks are you hiding at this time? Or what quirks have you been hiding that would be good for you to open up with? So we got the devil. For quirks you may have been hiding, this could be parts of yourself. Like the first thing that comes to mind for me when I see the devil card is addictions. But maybe there's like a shadow aspect of you that you, like, speaking from my personal life, like I may have been able to show when I was like taking substances or whatever. I allowed that part of me to be expressed. And now that I've been clean for almost 2 years, maybe those shadow aspects could be like, could have been like dug down and suppressed. So maybe just being honest with yourself as to what you like, or just parts of yourself, maybe looking within and finding those parts of yourself could be helpful in finding out what quirks you are hiding. And then for the clarification card, we have the Two of Wands, which is like your impact on the world. So I feel like as you kind of let go of the security, which is something I just brought up about my own life, I've got to this super stable, secure place in life. Maybe finally letting go of those reins a little bit is going to help you actually make progress forward and express yourself the way you want to and have the impact on the world the way that you want to. So I feel like just looking within and figuring out what parts of yourself you may have been suppressing for whatever reason it is. And we all have our own life story, circumstances. Just figuring out what that is could be super helpful in creating your impact on the world going forward, which I think is going to be super important for all of us to do as we get into this age of Aquarius and collaborate. I think we all should be authentic and honest. I think that will make us move forward a lot faster if we are able to do that. So for the last position, this just asks, where in life can you be more empathetic? Aquarius, the sign Aquarius, is known for being able to emotionally detach very easily, which can be super beneficial at times. I know when you're dealing with people that don't respect boundaries or quote unquote toxic people, it can be better to be emotionally detached from their actions. It just makes it easier to not get triggered or whatever. But you don't want to be so emotionally detached that you aren't able to empathize with people. So again, finding that balance could be helpful. But Spirit, where can we ask to find clarity in where we can be more empathetic? So 2 cards came out, the Chariot and the Nine of Wands, which Nine of Wands is all about putting your defenses up. So maybe not being so defensive around people and then pushing forward even though you have your defenses down. Could allow you to be empathetic. Maybe this could also be when you're talking with people, just conversing. I know a lot of times friendships can have like almost a therapeutic aspect to it. It's kind of what being a friend, like part of being a friend, is about, is just kind of being there for each other. So maybe just in your interactions with your friends or people in your life, you letting your walls down and still pushing like topics and trying to understand their point of view or their perspective, or really getting to the meat and bones of things, is what's going to allow you to be empathetic, because you're going to be able to receive them from a more open place. So I'm going to just ask for clarity on this, or clarification. So we got the Seven of Swords, which can be like sneaky behavior, but for this position or this topic right now, I feel like him looking back at topics that you may not have taken with you or touched upon could be helpful, especially if it's something that is with a significant person in your life. Just actually going back and touching on those more sensitive topics could be healing and transformative, and allow for more empathy on both sides. Because when you're able to empathize with somebody, a lot of times they are able to empathize back. It's kind of a two-way street. So yeah, I'm just gonna pull a self-care oracle card and see what self-care practice would be good for you to incorporate at this time. So we got singing. The first thing that comes to mind, I mean, you could literally sing. That is always good to kind of just express yourself. But what comes to mind is just allowing yourself to be quirky and confident in that, as if you are a singer. Because I know singing actually takes a lot of confidence to put yourself out there. So maybe even just singing around your house and stuff as like practice could be practice for you embracing your quirkiness. So yeah, that is what I have for you. We're gonna keep this shorter than usual. Yeah, I'm hoping to be doing more videos soon. I've just been kind of swamped with work and not having the best habits when I get home. It's just not being productive, really. Yeah, so. But on the positive note, I wish you all good luck on whatever you're trying to do with this new moon energy. And until next time, take care. So I thought I would just add, I was looking at this middle spread with that Devil card and the Two of Wands, and kind of just thinking about like how you can kind of figure out what it is that you've been suppressing, what parts of your quirkiness, your personality that you've been suppressing. And what came up to mind was just dream interpretation. I'm huge on dreaming. I love dreaming. I just had like a pretty vivid dream the other night Um, I feel like there could be illumination by digging into your dreams. I pulled a card from the Dream Interpretation deck, and 18 Suites came up, which 18 is associated with the Moon card, which I feel like is just confirmation to go within, because the Moon is all about looking at your subconscious world and going within. So I feel like that's just more clarification that you can, or more confirmation that you might find the answer that you're looking for by looking within your dreams. And then the other idea that came up to me was with the idea of sweets. I know back before I got sober, I feel like I loved sugar. I loved sweets in general. But after I got sober, I got like super serious about just quitting literally everything. I just got super serious about it all. And even with my health, I feel like once I finally quit smoking, I finally could allow myself to be serious about my health, because before that, like, I felt like it didn't even make sense to care that much about it when I was already doing these super unhealthy habits. Um, but after I started to make those changes, I cut out sugar like completely. The only sugar I really have is chocolate and like maple syrup, but it's like natural stuff. I don't have like raw sugar or like candy or anything. So I was just kind of thinking that maybe that part of yourself that allowed you to be more free, or that I allowed to be kind of more like open and free and not so strict, maybe that could be like the part of yourself that you're hiding or suppressing, for whatever reason it is that you are doing it. That might just be something for you to investigate and look at and see if you can kind of allow that part of yourself to be expressed and be open and just fun loving, and actually start to have fun again, um, and express that part of yourself, while maintaining the structure and positive change that you've created. So yeah, if that makes sense, I hope it helps. Till next time, take care.